Understanding the scope of temporary housing. Welcome to the world of short-term rentals. If you're watching this, chances are you're either a host or a guest looking for a temporary housing solution. Either way, you're in the right place. Now, let's talk about what temporary housing actually means. Temporary housing is any accommodation that provides a short-term solution for travelers, students, and remote workers, or anyone who needs a place to stay for a few days, weeks, or months. It can include everything from vacation rentals, Airbnb apartments, corporate housing, to extended stay hotels, hostels, and couch surfing options. What is a short-term rental as the demand for temporary housing continues to rise? The definition of short-term rentals varies depending on location, accommodation type, and local regulations. So, let's dive into temporary housing and explore what counts as short-term rental. But before we get into it, don't forget to like and share this video with your friends. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to get notified of the next video from us. Shall we start? The rise of temporary housing. Short-term rentals have taken the hospitality sector by storm, offering travelers a more affordable, spacious, and unique alternative to traditional hotels. With the rise of companies like Airbnb and VRBO, short-term rentals have evolved into a diverse and dynamic market that caters to all housing subsets, from single-family homes to condominiums and apartments. Despite the initial challenges, the demand for clean, well-lit, and private spaces has grown stronger, with travelers seeking unique accommodations, amenities, and location-based experiences. Remote and rural areas have become particularly popular as individuals look for places to vacation, work remotely, and escape the monotony of daily life. The market share of total short-term travel lodging reached as high as 41% in 2020, with Airbnb's market cap surging to an impressive $130 billion. This has led many multifamily owners to embrace the short-term rental model, as long-term tenants rent their apartments to short-term guests through platforms like Airbnb. As a result, short-term rentals have become the next multifamily niche, creating new investment opportunities and driving change within the market. Temporary housing has evolved into a thriving market that offers a unique and affordable alternative to traditional hotels. Despite the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, short-term rentals have remained popular with travelers seeking unique accommodations and experiences. This has created new opportunities for multifamily owners to embrace the short-term rental model and tap into the growing demand for temporary housing. The different types of short-term accommodations. Temporary housing comes in various forms, catering to different needs and purposes. Banquet halls, for example, can be rented for short periods to host events like weddings, corporate events, or parties. These venues often have tables, chairs, lighting, and sound systems. Another example of a short-term rental property is a timeshare home. These properties are owned by multiple parties who share the use of the property for a certain period each year. This type of temporary housing is a popular choice for families who want to vacation in the same place every year. Short-term offices are another example of temporary housing that can cater to businesses that require space for only a limited time. These offices come fully furnished and equipped with necessary amenities like high-speed internet, phone lines, and printers. They are perfect for startups, remote teams, or businesses that need a satellite office in a new location. Lastly, you can also rent commercial property space for temporary use. This type of temporary housing is useful for businesses that require a storefront or office space for a short period, such as pop-up shops or seasonal businesses. These short-term rental properties provide flexibility and cost savings, allowing businesses to test out new locations without committing to a long-term lease. Airbnb apartments, the pros and cons. Airbnb has become a popular platform for property owners to rent their spaces as short-term accommodations. One of the biggest advantages of using Airbnb is the potential for higher income compared to traditional long-term rentals. Another benefit is the flexibility to choose when to host guests and how involved you want to be in the process. Additionally, Airbnb allows hosts to screen and approve guests before they arrive, which can help ensure the safety and security of the property. However, there are also some downsides to hosting on Airbnb. One of the biggest concerns is the potential for damage to the property, as short-term guests may not treat it as carefully as long-term tenants. There is also the possibility of legal issues arising from local regulations and restrictions on short-term rentals. Additionally, hosting on Airbnb requires significant effort, including preparing the space for guests, communicating with them before and during their stay, and managing bookings and payments. Despite the potential downsides, the demand for temporary housing through platforms like Airbnb is expected to continue to increase. As such, it's important for hosts to carefully consider the pros and cons before listing their property on Airbnb or other short-term rental platforms. The popularity of vacation rentals. With the popularity of short-term rentals rising, it's a great way to earn extra income while providing travelers with a comfortable and convenient temporary housing option. Short-term rentals, also known as vacation rentals, offer travelers an affordable and homey alternative to traditional hotels. They can range from spare bedrooms to entire homes or apartments, providing guests more space and privacy than a typical hotel room. Plus, with amenities like kitchens and laundry facilities, guests can save money by cooking their meals and doing on-site laundry. As a short-term rental host, you can choose when and how long you want to rent out your space. You can block off dates for your personal use or rent it out year-round for maximum income potential. Additionally, with the rise of online booking platforms like Airbnb and VRBO, it's easier than ever to market and manage your rental property. Local regulations for short-term rentals. Short-term rental hosts should know that local regulations and policies can affect their vacation rental business. These regulations vary from location to location, but some common policies include requiring business permits and licenses for short-term rental owners. Hosts must research and comply with local laws before renting their property. Other regulations may include restrictions on the number of guests or nights a property can be rented out, noise and parking regulations, and safety standards. Hosts should also be aware of any taxes or fees that may apply to short-term rentals in their area. It's important to note that these regulations are implemented to protect the safety and well-being of guests and the community. By complying with local regulations, hosts can ensure a successful and suitable short-term rental business while also contributing to their community's overall health and safety. The future of the temporary housing industry. The future of the temporary housing industry looks promising as more and more people are choosing short-term rentals as their preferred accommodation option. With the rise of remote work and the need for flexibility and travel plans, temporary housing is becoming increasingly popular among business travelers, students, and digital nomads. One trend likely to shape the future of the temporary housing industry is the use of technology. More platforms are emerging that connect hosts with guests, making it easier for both parties to find the right match. Advancements in virtual reality technology also allow guests to take a virtual tour of a property before looking, which helps to reduce any potential surprises upon arrival. Another trend to watch is the increasing focus on sustainability and eco-friendliness in the temporary housing industry. Guests are becoming more conscious of their environmental impact and are looking for properties that use renewable energy sources and have eco-friendly amenities. Overall, the temporary housing industry is poised for continued growth and innovation as it meets modern travelers' changing needs and preferences. As long as hosts can adapt to the ever-evolving demands of their guests, the future looks bright for this dynamic industry. Best practices for successful short-term rental hosting. Short-term rental hosting can be a great way to earn extra income, but following best practices is important to ensure success. One way to do this is by hiring a property manager who can handle the day-to-day operations of your rental. It's also important to create a listing that accurately showcases your rental's features and amenities while still visually appealing. Offering attractive amenities and features can help attract potential guests, but the focus should be on providing a comfortable and enjoyable experience for your guests, as this will lead to positive reviews and word-of-mouth recommendations. Prioritizing maintenance and cleanliness is also essential to keeping guests happy and avoiding negative reviews. Being energy efficient not only helps the environment, but it can also save you money in the long run. It's important to be prepared for expenses, such as unexpected repairs, and to protect your assets through insurance and other means. Following these best practices can help ensure a successful short-term rental hosting experience. In conclusion, short-term rentals provide a unique and flexible housing option for various individuals, from vacationers to business travelers to those in need of temporary housing for various reasons. Whether it's an Airbnb apartment, a corporate housing unit, or a vacation rental, short-term rentals offer more amenities and privacy than hotels, while still providing the convenience of temporary housing. However, as the industry continues to grow and evolve, it is important to keep up with local regulations and stay informed about the changing landscape of the temporary housing industry. With proper management and attention to detail, short-term rental hosts can continue to thrive and provide top-notch housing options for their guests. What will you surely remember among these guides we have for you? Comment down below and share it with us. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you next time.